I'm not ready for anything today. Welcome to KIllco Whiskey Musings. My name is Brian. Done. I'm done. Bye. I'm not done. I just started. Univ Poke or Univ Poke. Welcome. Crop Whiskey. Welcome. Thank you for shouting out the thing, the PayPal last night. Something did show up. A little flabbergasted, we'll say. I'm also doing an experiment. If you can't tell, something has changed. I won't tell you what. I also have the window open, and we're getting some natural light over here. If you can't tell, I'm going to have to fix that eventually once it starts to get actually dark out. But not yet. When it starts to look terrible, let me know. Not because I'm on the screen, like the lighting. That's what I mean. Scott Moody, welcome. Heck yeah. Happy Friday. Cheers. JJ, I should do the thing. One. Done. All right. Tonight's theme, which I don't even think I put in the title. That's how prepared I am tonight, is that we're doing high proof stuff, 100 proof stuff, 101 proof-ish stuff, but I'm undecided. I didn't move it to the left. All I did was move it this way, and I didn't want to. I had an incident. Which I might talk about later. I'm hoping it's gone away. I think I fixed it, but it was a sign of spring, we'll say. David Geschke. I hope that's right. Hi. Moment of being seen on the screen. 2, 1. Okay. Welcome. I also have things to open, which I was going to just open, but then I realized I can do that on here because I need something to do. Also, I found this. This is something I got. You might know that YouTube channel. You may have heard of it. I figure I should send some people over his way. He's not that popular. This is a joke. He has thousands and thousands of subscribers. But I got this when I won a bottle not long ago, and I almost didn't see it. So I'm showing it now. And it's actually Glencairn topper, I think. Yeah, it is. I've never had a wooden Glencairn topper. I have plastic ones and I have metal ones. This will be the first wooden one I have. Geschka. Nice. I don't remember what I said, but I probably said it wrong. Welcome. Ooh, yes, tell me what you're having. I'm already 50%. Oh, gosh. You guys, well, if I was really good at this, I would say, well, guess what, everyone? We're going to have you pick the next whiskey that I'm going to drink. That's not what I'm going to do. This is me being completely unprepared and indecisive. And hopefully some of you will participate in this madness. I have 2 bottles for certain that I'm going to pour tonight. One is my go-to, my favorite, my friend, which you can tell I've been getting into a little bit here. Wild Turkey 101. Just so I can have some. And then, what I reviewed earlier in the week, there, I will say I'm going to link it up there. Mark, 4 minutes, 33 seconds. Mark! Damn it, Mark. 4 minutes, 30. I'm going to forget that if I don't type it in right there. The joys of making streams. Livewire Whiskey, cheers, welcome. John T, welcome. So many welcomes going on. Again, I don't know how other whiskey tubers do it when the chat's like... I don't know if that'll ever happen someday, but I'll be kind of terrified if it ever does, because then I can't converse as easily. What? You have a pool? See, I don't mind White Claw. You can drink whatever you want. But you have a pool? It's the new one. They changed it. I don't either. But I don't mind the look. It's pretty sleek. It's, It's got this. This is cool. A little the turkey is actually part of the glass. I think that's amazing. And the color scheme is nice. You know, so it's got it. So the thing is, I'm supposed to have 3 bottles, 3 whiskeys. Wow. But I have to decide on a third. This is just a little comparison thing. Nothing crazy. It's just an excuse to drink 3 whiskeys in my mind. But little pours because it's a long evening, as some of you may be aware. I am going live before Trev Wilson, aka the Bourbon Wrench, who may or may not show up. He tends to do that. He appears out of nowhere. I think he paratroops in from the sky. I don't think he was a paratrooper. He wasn't in the Air Force. He was in the Army. I can't remember anything. But so we're trying to figure out what the third bottle is going to be. It's not going to be 101 proof. I hoped I could find another one. I thought of going to buy something. But, you know, I have all this whiskey. And why? Why would I go buy anything else right now? Although I have samples, too. I have to say thank you. Who do I have to say thank you to? I've already forgotten. This is my life. This is the chaos, the pinball machine that is my mind. Welcome to this. All right, hold on. No, they didn't. This is something I can get for $40. I can still get this for $40. Before and after the label change, thankfully. Summon him. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. That sounds like a ritual I have to do. What was I doing? Oh, yes. I have to say a special thank you to Sunday Evening Scotch, who sent me some samples, which I only got today. And they look, no, they kind of look like egg rolls to me, except very strange egg rolls. So thank you to Sunday Evening Scotch. I don't remember what these are. I could find out, but I'll find out by opening them because it's more fun. I think they're bourbons, but brain. No worky's so good. No worky's so good. This chair is creakier than the last one I had. The last one is still sitting next to me because I don't know how to get rid of things, apparently. Oh my God, Steve Jackson, welcome. Yes, please do. Have a drink. You just got off work, have a drink. You just got home, have a drink. You're about to have dinner, have a drink. It's Friday, have a drink. If you want. No one has to drink alcohol right now. Deanston 18, Alberta Premium CS, and Dickel 15 year this. You can feel free to send me some of those. I wouldn't. No, I'm kidding. I think. Hold on. As if I can keep track of anything I own. Again, the proof on this is 66%. And that was donated. And it was expensive. So it's one of those bottles that I never expected to ever try. Ever. Mike Myers, cheers and schwelcome to you. Oh, more stuff. Still working. Have a drink. Yeah, why not? That's the glory of this past year. The one thing that people have realized is, one, they can work from home. Amazing. Why haven't we been doing this entire time? Two, if they're working from home, they don't have to wear pants or underwear or anything. And three, they can drink whatever they want while they're working from home. And no one's watching them. No manager, no other employees bothering you, asking you what you're going to do tonight. And, because none of us are doing anything anymore. Yes, still working. Have a drink. That's what I mean. It's a new era in working. You can work and drink and function. You can't really do that in a normal job. I remember specifically working at Chili's Bar and Grill, and there was a guy who definitely decided, he was new, that he could drink alcohol while he was being a cook. He didn't last more than a day, I think. They saw him drinking on the job, like, no, no. Not a thing. I haven't tried it yet. It's going to be glorious. It's probably going to kick my ass considering the proof. Like JJ, you do not have to. But if you want to, I won't stop you. As with anyone who sends me samples, I am not in the rush to get them, and I am always pleased to have them. because it's time and effort and shipping costs, all of that. It's like, what the heck? How are people this generous and can do this? Because the one thing that always comes to my mind with the very idea of giving out samples scares me because I have to make sure I clean the sample bottles. I have to make sure I package them properly. And then I have to actually go to the store, make sure I get the address proper, and then hand deliver it. Hand deliver it to the person. Great, these got here just fine in a fairly small packaging, we'll say. So that was good. Obtainium light whiskey. I've heard that numerous times. I've heard things. I don't remember what kind of things I've heard, but I've heard things. Okay, I'm trying to think. How do I want to do this? We'll start with the annoying noises. I apologize to anyone watching this now and anyone watching the replay if people do that for this channel, because I don't know if they do. But these are all in, bubble wrappy stuff. I'll try not to make too much noise. Because honestly, I'm just curious as to what these are because I've already forgotten. And this is not going to be simple. I know that much already. Ha! Okay, I can read this one and it's already a bourbon, which I thought they were. But again, I have the memory of a goldfish, as they say. Granted, goldfish can remember things for longer than we thought. But in general, it just goes in one ear, not the other. This is the noise I mean. Sorry, 1,000 times. Whoop. No, I don't have to answer this. I definitely have to answer this. You don't want to? Let's say you were to return to working tomorrow. How would you think you would fare based on what you said on Rocket Stream? Oh, I would not fare very well at all. How do I put this? So I didn't work for, a huge amount of time. Like the jobs I had lasted, maybe 2 years. I think it was 2 to 4 years, maybe 5 was the longest I held a job. But we're talking dishwasher jobs, not a healthy job to have, I might add. If you're okay with that kind of job, great. But for me, that was stressful and gross and unpleasant. And I felt like you don't feel like people appreciate you when you have that kind of job. Well, at least I don't. I can't speak for anyone else. It was almost degrading, The waitresses would just like throw dishes at you. It was not pleasant. As I said, Chili's. You can imagine what working there is like, I'm sure. I think we had a new manager every few months, so that was fun. What else? So I worked at Chili's as a dishwasher, worked at a local college as a dishwasher. That felt pretty awful because I realized, I should be going to school at that time, and I wasn't. Of course, later on, I found out if you're working there, you could take classes. So, and by then, I'd pretty much given up. A depression takes from you. It takes everything. Everything about you is just drained. So, the simplest things, the stuff people don't think about, like getting out of bed, taking a shower, not hating yourself every second, that kind of thing. And granted, I don't dislike myself as much as I used to. Medication is helping with that. But there's this constant thing, this weight on your mind that just drags you down all the time. And you have to fight that and then try to function like everyone else does. And you just don't. And what kind of job I would have right now, I don't know. Like the last one I had for 4 or 5 years was working in a factory, which of course I was an idiot. I was a young man at the time and didn't realize things. I didn't wear ear protection, and I stood next to a machine for many hours that went all day. And because of that, I have tinnitus in this ear. It's not severe, but it is there. So there's no such thing as silence for me anymore. And that job wasn't super stressful, but I did eventually just have a panic attack at home and couldn't go to work. Like I couldn't leave my apartment. Like the idea of going out was horrifying. And that was the real, that really made it so I realized, all right, something's really wrong. And I can't pretend anymore that I can just do this. There's something else that is causing massive problems in my life. And I can't pretend I'm like everyone else. I can't keep going on like this and suffering in silence, as they say. So yeah, I would like to do some kind of work But I found, even through like tests and reviews and stuff, I've been going through some of that lately over the past year, unfortunately. At the end of 2019, I thought I could go back into the workforce. Oh, the timing. So I had to do a bunch of, interviews on my computer with coaches or whatever the heck she was. It basically boiled down to, this is how you do a job interview, and you're going to have to answer this and this and this, and you're going to have to say this and this and this. And all these, there's this ridiculous, like many of you have gone for a job interview before. There is this weird thing that happens when you get into a job interview. You have to, dress a certain way. You have to have a resume and a cover letter, and you have to behave a certain way, and you have to answer their questions properly. It's really bizarre to me that you have this thing has evolved where it's like, hi, I'm me. I can do this, this, and this. I can't do this, this, and this. You going to hire me, or do I have to, what do you want? You can't really be genuine. You can't be who you are. You have to kind of put on this little, I'm going to impress you with my skills and abilities thing. And I can do that. I don't want to do that. I do not like that. That part of the process bothers me because it feels fictitious. It doesn't feel like it's helpful. It feels like it feels fake, to me. So I really hate doing that. It's something that just, it bothers me. Like I will get angry going through that process. And worst of all, from doing all these things, they were, written questions and trying to figure out what I can do, what my ideal kind of job would be. It ended up being entertainment in 2020, where there was no entertainment. So I couldn't be a singer. I couldn't be a comedian. I couldn't do theater, like all things that would stress me out to begin with. But guess what? There's this where I can work from home and hopefully mildly entertain some people a little bit. And I get to drink whiskey. That reminds me, I'm supposed to have a thing, which I don't have up, because this is my job as far as anything else goes. So after all the years of not having worked, I don't know if I would be able to go back into the workforce just because of that. And because the type of jobs I could get, I wouldn't be happy. I would be miserable. I'd be stressed out. I'd be angry. And I can't do that to myself. I can't. I have tried. I have tried to just be a happy little monkey and go about having a day job and working 40 hours a week. And it just crushes my very soul to have to do that kind of thing. I wish it didn't. I wish there was something I could just say I enjoy doing. I do enjoy doing this. And I kind of stumbled upon it by accident. And the whiskey community itself has been kind and generous and gracious. And it's been amazing. So I'm happy to do this. If it would actually fund my entire life, that'd be great. Patreon and OnlyFans, that kind of thing are, well, Patreon clearly. It's in the back of my mind, but I don't know if I have the subscriber count and the people who would want to do that, because that would help a lot. Certainly getting any donations and monetary donations as well has been helpful. Certainly. Any money that is given is pretty much sent to buying something for a bottle or a review, or just getting me food or gasoline for my car, which is having problems at the moment. Boo. Yes. I imagine that would stress a person out. I know, hold on. This gentleman has something like that. I forget exactly what it is. And he works a lot, but he also is a YouTuber. And he does a lot of YouTube stuff. He does travel and stuff. Looking at comments. Exactly. I mean, that's why this is so nice. I kind of stumbled into it and I was like, oh, this is fun. I enjoy doing this. There is some social connection, and I don't feel so odd about it. Like, even I went out today to get coffee, like coffee grounds, so I can make coffee at home. And it stressed me out. Like, just going out to my car, which apparently is leaking something. So that was fun to find out, which, immediately stressed me out. And then going to the coffee shop and just being around other people during a global pandemic, it makes every bit of me just tense and uncomfortable and irritable And I don't want to be that way. I never want to be that way. It's unpleasant. Well, look who it is. Speak of the devil. Yeah, like we're doing whiskeys, exactly. If I could make money off YouTube doing that, that'd be great. But so far, it's just going to be you, all of you. If you can help me, please do. If you want to. More importantly, only if you want to. I will never. I don't want to feel like I'm asking for handouts. I want people to be generally giving and want to support the channel, that kind of thing. Not being like, oh, he's such a poor, sad man. Here you are. You don't want that. You don't want super sympathy. You want some sympathy, but you don't want people looking down on you and be like, oh, there you are. Ha! I have done a good deed for the day. Maybe that's just all my brain making up these things that people feel. I do that. That is also part of my condition, thinking I know what other people are thinking when I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Ugh. Yes. Uh-oh, Trev's doing something tonight. What have you done? Oh, wait. ADHD's thing? Something's going on. I saw it, and as always, I've forgotten what the hell it is. Oh, gosh, everything's going too fast. Whoa. James Morgan, welcome. Schwelcome. Whoa. Goal tonight to buy a bottle? Anything you have in your eyes? No, not right now. Even the fact that I still have that Maker's Mark thing to review. So nothing targeted yet, but I may do that as a thing because as with the Maker's Mark set, there was no way I could afford that. There was very little I could afford. Although I did get my stimulus check recently. Great. And as I mentioned on the Mash Bill stream, I think, I was thinking of buying myself a fancy dinner of some sort, maybe a bottle. But what I did do is me and my parents went out to dinner, and they were unaware of the fact that I was going to pay for it. So I grabbed the check at the end because, again, I don't have a job. They always pay for dinner when we go out. This is the one time I could pay for it, and they were very pleased. And I was very pleased. I was happy to do that. It's one of the few times I could. Looking at stuff. Brian's bottle quests. Bottle quests. Yeah, if people wanted to request I review something, that would be good. But I have yet to. That doesn't happen yet. No, people have been asking about like the Maker's Mark and the Weller, which is here. But I have other bottles in the line, and I've even considered doing more reviews, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But that might be too much. My everything might overload. Uh-oh. Livewire is going live on Sunday. And if you haven't subscribed to Livewire, please do. Subscribes for everyone. Everyone. All the subscribes. Blue Spot would be amazing. I think I saw that recently, and I considered that as the special buy for the stimulus, but I actually bought a lot of Irish. Well, I had a lot of Irish donated, so that area is kind of flooded. I still want it, definitely, but I'm leaning more towards bourbons at the moment. But I looked through some of the expensive stuff, and nothing really caught my eye. Oh, yeah, I understand that. That is a bit off-putting. It's like you put red wax on your bottle. How did you put wax on your better? How did you looked at the bottle and thought it would look better if it was red and maybe had wax? Damn you. Yeah, I understand that. That doesn't make me stop liking Maker's Mark, though. I still like the actual whiskey, which is one of the only reasons I bought or asked to buy, wanted to buy the sample pack, because their cask strength is really good. I like that. I don't usually buy the Makers, though, otherwise. It's usually I like to buy the cask strength, or I haven't had the 46. That was in the pack, so I wanted to try that. And the selects are usually very interesting. I've only had one, and it was a store pick. But this new one I have, I'm very curious about. It's a special pick from a certain person who I think was related to the founder. I think that's what it said. I only looked at it earlier because guess what? It's Bourbon Night did a video recently. It was cask strength versus 101. I did it today, I think. Today? Sure. I watched that. You can watch that. I'm not going to try to remember to put this up top, but it's out there. Easy to find. Maker's Mark. It's Bourbon Night. You'll find it. And again, it was released today. Okay, I need to actually drink whiskey. But first, the first one of these I just opened after my little tirade there. Russell's Reserve Single Barrel SIB 2019 Rickhouse D. I think that's a D. I've never had Russell's. I think I had the conversation about this. So I've never actually had it, and I like Wild Turkey. So again, sorry about the noises. Sorry. It's noisy. I apologize. But I'm glad I got that out. I'm glad I got that out into the internet. The reason why I've realized over the years that I can't work a normal job. I just don't. I don't function like other people, and it would do bad things to me. I would like to have an income, certainly. That's something I'm going to have to do. But the typical route that most people take, it wasn't working for me. It pretty much triggered having a very serious anxiety attack. And if you've never had one of those, I hope you never do. It's extremely unpleasant, and you never forget it, ever. Scotch down under. Crikey. How you doing, mate? This is what happens when you enter the chat. I just turn to, what's his name? Oh, God, I don't remember his name. Crikey. You know who I mean. The guy who liked to wrestle alligators. Why can't I remember his name? Why am I a horrible person? Russell's Reserve Single Barrel, I think. 2020 Tier A? What does that say? The handwriting. Something Tyrone A. I'm going to say Tyrone. I have no idea what that means. I'm probably not reading that right. Oh. Yes, I'm number one now. I forgot. Oh, what time is it there, man? Get some sleep. Thank you for visiting, but good God. That's like a full day's work and just exhaustion. I'd be exhausted. God. Like I can do 2 hours. Maybe. That's it. Craps, what's its name? It's going to bother me until I figure it out. There's like a couple of them, too. 6:30 in the morning. Boo. You crazy. But in a good way. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't want to do that. God, what is something the Crocodile Hunter? Or the other guy from the movie says that's not a knife. It's a knife. Oh my God, it's going to bother me. Anyway, I'm going to keep looking through these. It'll come to me. I know one thing about my brain. If I stop thinking about it, it'll show up. Or one of you in the chat will just say it and you'll remember. I know his daughter recently had a child. If you want to feel old, yeah, that's yeah. I don't even know if it's a boy or girl. Not that matters, but I know she had a baby recently, and that feels a bit bizarre because I remember her when she was a kid with her dad hunting crocodiles. Crikey. Russell, I think these are all Russells. Russell's Reserve, Single Barrel, 10 years, CNF 2020. If any of you know exactly what these are, let me know. But I just know these are all Russells, probably. Now I'm a little concerned. Again, I've never had Russells, so this is going to be quite an experience. Hell, I may have these on Sunday. Let's see. Can you tell the sun's going down? It's like slowly getting darker and darker on this side of me. It's magic. Joy of lighting. Irwin. That's right. Steve Irwin, right? Look at my brain. The brain is such an interesting place. I can remember songs and sing them that I haven't sung in years. Lyrics to songs I listened to in high school. No problem. Remembering the name of one celebrity. Not at all. Russell's Reserve 2020. Tyrone B. Is the other one? Tyrone? Tyrone? I think it says tier 1. This is A. This is B. I don't know what that means, though. Who is the other guy? Steve Irwin, the Crocodile Hunter. Now I remember because, Scotch Down Under said it. I would not have remembered that otherwise. Oop. New Zealand accent, just doing an Australian accent when pinching your nose. No. I know they're very similar. I don't know how similar. But that's pretty funny. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. I hope you get some sleep. Good grief. Your streams stress me out just because of how long they are. Just the thought of trying to stream for that long and be mildly entertaining. And drinking. I would be exhausted. It's already 30 minutes. How did this happen? I did talk for a bit about my mental health issues, which, again, feel free to ask me questions about that. I'm not going to not answer you. But let's just say I cannot be exactly like other people are. And certain things that wouldn't bother most people definitely bother me. Like being around other people, specifically. Being in social environments or crowded, loud places. If anything, the easiest thing to say is, you know how you've felt for the past year when you're going out, you're kind of stressed and, you know, global pandemic, there's an increased anxiety. Okay, now imagine being that way for 25 plus years. Then you'll be me. You gotta say, the past year has not helped my condition at all. Russell's Reserve, I think that says single barrel still. 2020 S Riverbird, 101 pitch percent. All glorious, all Russells. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I hope. Again, I've never had Russells. Let's pour something. Oh wait, let's figure out what I'm gonna pour for the third one. Then I can pour something. As I said earlier, it's Wild Turkey 101. It's going to be the other one I forgot the name of already. Wheel Horse. And I have to pick another one. So we have Early Times. We have Old Scout. I'm picking stuff that's like 100% because nothing else is 101. Early Times, Old Scout, Smooth Ambler Old Scout. And then I think I was going to just do this one, E.H. Taylor, although it is low, which makes me a little sad. And I think those are the only 100-ish proof ones I have at the moment that are open. Well, yeah, I wish there was a way to take a poll. But it's write in what you think. Whatever I see the most of. Again, Early Times, E.H. Taylor, or Old Scout. Go. And if I don't see anything, I'm just going to pick one. And that'll be fine too. Charles Miller Jr., welcome to the show. More water. I'm so glad people can't see my desk because it's an absolute mess right now. Because I am unprepared for everything. Lovely water. Glorious water. That's what you're drinking? Because I don't even know if I have that. Wheels, welcome. Welcome. Ooh. I have to do. Ooh. I remember your thing. I mean, I want people to donate to me, but you need the thing too. Where the hell is it? Hang on. I'll see if I can find it. Because I know you can't post it. I think I know where it is. I might not. Science. Trying to find things on the internet is always fun. Especially when I forgot where it was. Old Scout performs. Okay, we got one for Old Scout. Oh, you want me to suffer through... Where'd it go? So we got two for Old Scout. Old Scout. Jack Daniel's 7. No. I don't think I have that. And Old Scout. We got two for Old Scout. Send it to me on Discord if you can, Wheels, and I'll post it. I didn't even do the thing I'm supposed to do. Oh, wow. Okay. We're having a day. We're having a day. And what a day it is. Car for Wheels, yes. Granted, I want your money. But in the camaraderie sense, and in someone who actually wants to work and can, unlike my brain, and you need funds for the car, the automobile. I will need funds for my car eventually because I think I said it. I saw something leaking out of it early today. I hope it's just windshield wiper fluid, possibly brake fluid. Don't want that. But yeah. E.H. Taylor. I'm very tempted to do E.H. Taylor because I know it's kind of close to what these two are. So I may just go for that. I want opinions. Old Scout would be interesting, but it wouldn't. My memory of it is not the best as far as trying to do a comparison of the three, because I think it's an American whiskey and not technically a bourbon. Yes, it's American whiskey, and it's also just slightly lower proof. It's 99 instead of 100. But again, I'll do whatever. I could do all four if I had another glass, but I won't. You go E.H. Taylor. I want to drink E.H. Taylor, but I don't have to because I have so little of it. Guys, actually check Discord now. Wheels, if you can, send it to me on Discord. I think you can. I don't see why you couldn't. Oh, and I have to do all the things. I have the stuff going below if you want to donate to my channel. But I'm going to have to put something else for Wheels. Jefferson's Ocean, I enjoy it too. It's not my favorite. It was a donated bottle, though, and it was pretty good. Pretty good. And again, they're all different. That's kind of the weird part. They bought Discord. Oh, I mean, that's kind of my initial reaction. It's not a terrible thing, but not exactly 100% pleased about it. Okay, here we go. Yep. Oh. I'm going to actually use your link because that's a lot shorter. The link I pulled up when I clicked on it was ridiculous. All right, let's see if I can do this. What am I doing? Yes. This is the lie. I'm going to get to whiskey, I swear. I swear. If you've suffered through this, I appreciate it. Because I'm having a night. I'm having one of those nights where I'm all over the place. All right. Interesting title. If I remember, you do have your car. Like it functions. It just doesn't function like it should. That's my understanding. From what I remember, because my memory, again, not the best. It's not great. Oh, there are a lot of people in here now. I'm nervous. And we will pin this message to the top. Again, the donations are for Wheels. The link is now officially pinned up here, I think. But my links, if you want to donate to me at any point in time, you know where they are. It's this here and they're below. But tonight, for the moment, for this stream, we'll say, I'm wanting to send people to the donations for the Wheels. Because that's the thing we've been doing. I know the Mash Bill has been doing that thing too. So I'm jumping on the bandwagon. Yeah, right. I'm sorry. We're going to make this a monthly subscription thing now. Enjoy. Yes. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, what Wheels is called Wheels for a reason. You figure it out. Let's just say he needs well, Wheels, you can say it in chat. I can say it. Like you have physical disabilities, you have a wheelchair, thus wheels, and that makes driving a car a little different for you, I can imagine. Thus, you will need a lot of special equipment in said vehicle to actually function the vehicle. And I imagine you have some of it set up, something. But yeah, imagine I can only imagine what that'd be like. Like it's hard for me to think about not being able to drive a car without my feet. But I know it can be done, like anything. Yep. I love helping other people who are also disabled in one way or another, because it's something that should be more commonly talked about, but just isn't for social reasons. If you look into some of the history in America, anyway, with how disabled people got certain rights and privileges that they didn't have before, it's an interesting watch. I forget what it was called. I think it was called Crip Camp, but I'm not sure if it's still called that because that name's a little, odd to some people. I don't mind it, but it was an interesting watch, realizing how disabled people had to fight for their rights to get basic rights, like handicap parking. That wasn't always a thing. The way the sidewalks are, so people in wheelchairs and that kind of thing can get on them, wasn't always a thing, believe it or not. Disability in general, like I'm on Social Security disability, and I have been for a long time. That's the only reason I can afford my apartment. The only reason. That kind of thing didn't exist. So, it's crazy. It's things we take for granted, I suppose. It's like stuff that's always been there for us, but stuff that wasn't always there for us. Good that it is now. Hopefully they won't be taken away. That would kind of suck. Right? This is probably the longest I've ever gone in a stream where I haven't poured a damn thing. Yeah. Respect for differences. Pa. All right. You know what? I'm just going to go with since it was recommended, we'll go with the Old Scout. I saw at least 2 or 3 people say Old Scout. And though I was thinking of doing the E.H. Taylor, I'll pour some of that for myself later. How's that? Compromise. First, Wild Turkey 101. I can't make decisions for myself. That's why I asked the people in the chats. All right. Just a little. That looks like one of these days, I'm going to actually do a thing where I find out exactly what the amounts are. Oh, geez. That was fun. What the exact amounts are for Glencairns. Like what's half an ounce, what's an ounce. Because I'm just eyeballing it. And it looks like less than an ounce to me. But I can't be sure. This is a fake cork, by the way. That's the struggle. If you watched my video earlier in the week, I struggled with it then too. I think I pinched myself on this once because it's so awkward. There we go. Yeah. Old Scout, hold on, must do thing. Old Scout is Smooth Ambler. So it's Smooth Ambler Old Scout. And this is 99%. So, or 99 proof, sorry, 49.5%. For those on the other side of the water. I always like saying percentages. You know why? It's shorter, usually. I can say 100 proof, or I can say 50%. It feels shorter to me. I don't know if it is. Probably isn't. I've said it out loud on the internet. It's not true anymore. If it was ever true. There we go. There are 3 options. Once again, I will tell you what they are. It's Wild Turkey 101. Does I have a memory problem? Wheel Horse, Bourbon. Both of those are 101 proof. And then we are doing the random one, which is the 99 proof Smooth Ambler Old Scout. Which is not my favorite, but again, I have finished half the bottle, so whatever. And the only reason I bought the Smooth Ambler was because Whizzky Tribe. They were a sponsor for a little while. It was technically the other one. It wasn't Old Scout. It was a Smooth Ambler product. It had an elephant on it. I cannot remember what the heck it is. DC. You're welcome. We've been talking about another topics tonight. And we are doing a donation stream, not for me, for Wheels, hopefully to get him back on the road. Why? My Fitbit doesn't want to cooperate. But yeah, that's the thing that's going on in other streams, hopefully on a few of them. I don't know if Trev's still here, but maybe Trev can mention it during his stream. And maybe ADHD Whiskey can mention it because they have a lot more people who watch. Granted, we have a lot of people watching right now, and it's making me a little nervous. No, I'm fine. Contradiction. That's what it was, Wheels. Thank you. Thank you. Or whatever. Both of them. Either one. Same thing. 99 horsepower. Wait, how would you say it? 99 horsepower. That man has so much energy. I wish I had half the energy he has. Uh-oh. Mama KIllco's here. Hi, Mom. Thanks for showing up. Can you tell the lighting's changing? I can. This is where all the actual sunlight's coming from. I also have the window open, so it's getting a little chilly. We'll do it. We'll do this thing now. Ooh. Hi. That is my normal lighting. Now I don't look like I'm in the dark. Almost. All right, here we go. Wild turkey, amazing. Smells like bourbon. What do what? Ow. Sorry, that was probably very loud. You come over here. Stop. Whoa. The wheel horse smells different than I remember. It almost smells sour. That was weird. It still smells a little sweet, though, but that was off-putting. And again, it's got fruit notes, which is so weird to me. Like, I haven't come across a lot of bourbons that have specific bizarre fruit notes. I think we said plum. That's the one that got mentioned when I looked this up. Because I don't want to look these two up again, because it's Wild Turkey 101. I love Wild Turkey 101. It's brown sugar sweetness and delicious. Quality bourbon. Worth every penny, as they say. Although I have come to realize I actually pay a little more for Wild Turkey 101 than most people do. For one bottle, one normal size bottle, which is $7.50? Sure. But that's like $25. And I know other places like Kentucky, it's $20. If it was $20, I'd be so happy. It isn't. I also have Evan Williams, white label. I forgot to mention that one. That one's hiding. But we're already picked. And I'm only doing 3 because this is at least 2 ounces already, give or take. Whew. Well, Charles Miller Jr., if you want to watch now or later, I reviewed this officially on Wednesday. So there's a video of it that got posted a couple of days ago on my channel. It's probably the most recent one beside the stream. If you want to watch that, that'll tell you everything I felt about it and the experience I had with the first 2 sips anyway. And it certainly is not like what you expect. The taste is good. The smell is a little kind of weird to me. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. If you're on the other side of the pond, it's late over there. Enjoy your sleeps. Yes, like, subscribe, and donate. And then again, the donation link up wherever it is going to Wheels, who is someone who's in the chat right now. I hope. And it is to help him get his wheels back on the road, as they say. It's not as easy as you think. Partner, welcome. Welcome. And what I did say in that video earlier in the week is that I'm trying to Whiskey Mountain it up. If you haven't checked Whiskey Mountain, do that. She has an amazing view every time she does a review, which is nice. But for me, since I'm a bit of a recluse, I tend to open the window. The window's open right now. If you can hear the birds or anything, that's why. Rolling quietly. Oh, good. But yeah, that's the extent of my outdoorsiness at the moment, is to have my window open. No scenic views. And she blew past me in subscribers already. I was like, this is what's going to happen. And I'm happy for her. I mean, as much as I want to hit that 1K subs thing and the watch hour thing so I can be monetized thing, the streams would become very different. Like right now, they're pretty, I can read chat fairly easily, and you don't have to tip any amount for me to actually read what you're saying. I try to keep up with chat. Oh, nice. Glad you subscribed. I thought your name looked familiar, and YouTube does tell me when people subscribe. So thank you. Tell all your friends. Demand that they subscribe as well, even if they don't drink whiskey. That's what I'll say. But yes, thank you for being here. And don't actually do that unless you actually know whiskey people. I don't want people to subscribe to this channel because I want them to actually enjoy the company and the environment and my absolute madness, basically. If you're into that kind of thing, you don't have to. But if you want to, again, if you want to, you've only just subscribed, so you may have no idea what I'm like. But, give it a couple days, look at some of the older reviews maybe. But thank you for being here. It's always nice to have new people in the chat. I also go live on Sundays if you're going to be around for that. And I stream for 2 hours because I can't get anything done within 1 hour. Oh my goodness. I also do this kind of thing with I suggest people do this, really. If you're at home by yourself and you have 3 Glencairns, try 3 different whiskeys you like, see what you think. That's what I'm doing right now. It's not something I usually do, but it certainly helps to solidify in my brain that, yes, these are different and this is why, kind of thing. Because oftentimes in videos, I've said, well, bourbon is bourbon. It has these specific notes until I hit, wheel horse here. It doesn't smell like a typical bourbon. And then there's something like, Smooth Ambler. It does not smell like a bourbon. It smells very weird. Not bad weird. Again, it's American whiskey. It's not bourbon. There's a difference, apparently. No, it's experience, all right. It's the experience of madness. No, it's whiskey experiences. That's what it is. That's what I want to share with the world, is my own little experience, and to encourage others to get into the whiskey world and use your hands a lot for no reason. The bourbon ranch is still here. Trev, when am I going to be on your channel? I'm going to say that every time, just for fun. Do not feel pressured to invite me on your channel. You never have to invite me on your channel. That'll be fine. Because I do not want to do that to people. Ever. That's why I'm on so few other Whiskey Tube channels. Because I want them to want me there. Not be like, oh my God, invite me to your channel already. Ugh. I don't want to be that guy. Mountain Dew. Oh God, I remember Mountain Dew. I haven't had Mountain Dew in quite a while. But I did enjoy it. My teeth can attest to the fact that I used to drink lots of Mountain Dew. No. I've gotten all that fixed, thankfully. I'm not saying what I'm picking up. This is Wild Turkey 101. This one, I have a way to remind myself. This is the Wild Turkey 101. Lovely. This is what is this? This is the Wheel Horse, and this is in my Whiskey Vault Glencairn, so I can actually keep track of it. Otherwise, I will easily confuse these. And the third one, which is the Smooth Ambler, or Old Scout, I should say, is in my Andalusia Texas whiskey glass. They all look pretty similar in color. I mean, really. Granted, it's kind of hard to tell now. Oh, I just switched them around. No, I didn't. The dangers of having multiple whiskeys, they can easily get twisted around. I mean, I can drink vodka. I don't think I'd like it very much. That's also why I'd be terrified to be on... why does this always happen? Shelf Turds. Their channel. They're keen on making people drink horrible things. Cheap beer and Fireball. It may happen one day, but I'm not going to like it. I'm not going to pretend to like it either. I don't like Fireball. I might trick them or pretend to trick them. I definitely tell them in advance. And I buy a bottle of Goldschlager. If that stuff even is made anymore, I assume it is. It might not. I could do that. Again, one of the funny things about being a YouTuber and a whiskey tuber is no one has any idea if you're wearing pants. You don't know. I know. Oh, I know. You don't know. I'm not going to tell you. Tea. Tea is good. Mother just had some tea. I know Trev did something with vodka, but I have not been keeping up on anything. And I have thought about trying different vodkas, but I have one specific memory of trying to drink vodka straight and not enjoying the experience. I think it was like Absolute vodka and trying to just take a slug of it. And it was just, nope, boy, not at all. Wild Turkey 101. Wheel Horse. And Old Scout. They all smell different. That's the funny part. Yes, my mother, as some of you may know, does not drink alcohol. On purpose. She did once have alcohol, and it was an interesting experience, from what I've been told. See, I only used vodka as a mixer. Like, I would put it in. One of the really bad things I did was, have you ever heard of twisted tea? I would add vodka to twisted tea, which is already an alcoholic beverage, and drink that. So I was putting more alcohol in my alcohol. That's how I drank back in the day. Thankfully, I don't do that anymore. Doug H., welcome. Charles, to you and yours. Yes, everyone. All people. Oh, there you go. No. If you just had your shot, I would not recommend anything that would cause you to feel a little bit worse. Even a little. It may make you feel a little bit better. It'll probably make you feel worse over time. All right, time to drink. It's only been an hour. Sheesh. I'll drink my Wild Turkey 101 first because, yes, I love it. We all know this. I know this. Some of you may not know this. I like Wild Turkey 101. Now you know. First sip of the day. If they feel it go down, whew, feels good. It's delish. It does burn, however. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. I actually used to drink Wild Turkey 101 on the rocks. You can probably hear the birds now. Good grief. The outdoors. The great outdoors. You're welcome. I think those are all sparrows. They're very noisy. All right, going on to number 2. This is, again, Wheel Horse. I'll remember that name eventually. There's a smell in here I couldn't get for the video. And what just came across my mind was rubber cement. So that was fun, like a glue kind of smell. That's the one that's put me off. I will tell anyone try it, because again, Wheel Horse is something different, certainly. It's not your normal bourbon. I do get it, Mother. Old Scout, outdoors, camping. Hell, I should tell Whiskey Mountains to try Old Scout if it's in her area. Might not be. Oh, Barn Door's having strange dreams because of the X. That's the 5G and the microchip working its way into your brain. If you believe in that, sorry. Sorry I'm making jokes about that, but good grief. Yes, my parents thankfully have both their shots. They're up to date. Feels one of the weirdest things to say. My parents are both up to date on their shots. But, the last year has changed everything. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the taste of that is much more enjoyable. It smells a bit weird. It does have fruity notes. It does burn a little. The joys of not having drank anything today and going straight into the high proof stuff. Straight. All right. Oh gosh, I should have done the 99 first. Whoops. West Virginia. Song just popped in my head now. Take me home, country road, or something like that. I have no idea why that came. What? I don't know what that was. You tell me. Oh my gosh! Why? Don't tell me that. We didn't notice. Surprise. I need to get Rare Breed again. I can't find it as easily. I know I can find it, but for about $15 more than it should be. I think it was like listed for $60 at the store I saw it at. I don't want to do that. Again, I could do that because I could ask, the viewers to donate to me. Again, you can donate to me down below, but we're donating to Wheels specifically tonight, and that is up. I don't even know if I'm pointing the right way. Above chat. It's the pinned comment. We're getting donations for the Wheels so he can get back on his wheels, as I like to say. don't know if he likes to say that, but that's it's fine. And hopefully more channels will be posting about that. I assume they will. Trev, you're still here. Keep that in mind. You don't have to, but I know the Mash Bill mentioned it, and I guess I'm doing it now. And I guess maybe we can talk to the other channels. I don't know who Mash Bill talks to. I think he talks to the Mash and Drum Trev. I know that. And words. Hot butter rolls. Like those are the three I've heard him talk about the most that I can remember at the moment. I'm sure we can get him the money he needs. Again, the Whizzky Tube community is extremely generous. And even with the Mash Bill stream and the donations he was doing, he got like more than $2,000 to donate to charity for a good cause, for mental awareness stuff of all things. And hopefully we'll be able to do the whole, what are people calling it? KIllco Schwaggens, I think. We'll do that eventually. I know we did it unofficially not long ago. That's not a bad dream. I mean, depending if you like bidding or not. Some people don't. Some people do. It's just how it is. It's pretty funny. That's, I mean, I've had some pretty weird dreams too. I had one not long ago where, like, I shaved off my mustache, and it was, a terrifying experience because, like, no one liked my channel anymore. Everyone's only here for the mustache. I know. It's fine, and the whiskey, kind of. Yes, hard to find now. I'm gonna have to hunt it down. Again, I haven't hunted anything. Like my initial plans, beginning of 2020, were to go around different liquor stores and help people find stuff. That was part of the idea, was find bottles that people were looking for at decent prices if they couldn't get them in their area, and then hand deliver them. And then, here's the catch. If my car handled it, which I don't know if it would, people could tip me. They wouldn't have to pay me. I would just get them their bottle without, like, they would have to transfer me the money and then I'd pick it up for them, clearly. But the idea was to, have them give me a tip, maybe. If being like a pour from the bottle or monetary, whatever. But then, of course, over the past year, liquor sales and deliveries have become a little more common than they were. So it's not a whole great idea anymore. It's people can do it on their phones now or do subscription things. That's the one I think about all the time that I've seen that hasn't been great from what I hear. I have no idea, but from what I hear, what the heck's it called? I want to say Vanity. That's wrong. Nope, can't remember. God, my memory's so bad. It'll take your system a little while to get used to it, huh? Uber Drinks. No, it's not Uber Drinks. Uber, I'd remember. It's something else. I feel like it begins with a V, but I don't know why. And I remember their logo is black, possibly. I thought about doing it, but financially, not a good thing, especially last year. And I can't remember the name of it. That's going to bother me again for a while. I don't know if it was Drizzly. I know Drizzly is one of them. That's not it. It's much bigger than that. And it's not like they will get you the bottle. It was a subscription thing. So you'd get a certain whiskey every month or something like that. I talked about it with the dad briefly, but either you or dad, and it was just, a lot. Too much money. And again, as I heard later on, they didn't have the best kind of stuff they'd send you. They'd send you introductory whisker things, which is fine if you're new to whiskey, but if you want the good stuff, so to speak. Man, we almost hit 20 people watching at once. That was nuts. As soon as we hit 20, I get nervous. For Flaviar, there it is. There was a V in it, so I was close. But yeah, Flaviar. Flaviar, if you want to get to me and send me stuff for free, you can be a sponsor. Yeah. That's never going to happen now because I couldn't remember the name. But yes, Flaviar. That's the one. I think it's Bourbon Night did something about them. Maybe they had them for a little while. Smooth Ambler sale is weird. I don't do it purposefully. Smooth Ambler is not too bad. There's something going on with some of these. The Wheel Horse and the Smooth Ambler, that for whatever reason to me, the smell is a little weird. So it's a little off-putting at first, but the taste of it is just, it's grand. It's lovely. It's fine. It doesn't taste bad. So, and again, I have the window open. That might add to the ambiance. Maybe something else. But I don't do it on purpose, but in a stream like this or in probably only in a stream like this. If I'm having high proof stuff, I do have a water dropper thing sitting right here. It's just tap water. I know it shouldn't be, but this is the Crowded Barrel thing I got for being their Patreon. So all it is a sticker on a water dropper, an eyedropper. But I do add water while I'm doing a stream occasionally for high proof stuff, just to see what it'll do. It's not something I do on the regular. Normally I'll drink my whiskey straight. Or if it's, warmer, we're getting into the warmer months, I will have a rocks glass or a Glencairn rocks glass, if you know what that looks like. It's bigger. And I'll put in a giant ice ball because I have an ice ball thing in the freezer. And I'll pour some high proof stuff over that. So it does dilute it, but it keeps it cold, that kind of thing. And it takes me a long time to drink whiskey, and everything's getting away from me. Sazerac Rye. I've heard of it. I don't think I've tried it. Earthier mint flavors. I got something I liked. No, the smell is weird. Yeah. There's a little minty or eucalyptus or something like that. It's good, but it's not something that's prominent, but it is in there to me anyway. Keep that in mind. All palates are different, so you may not smell or taste anything like what I'm tasting, and all I can do is be a guide through my experiences. And I don't always like to say. I occasionally say I do not have the best nose or palate. Sorry, spoiler. But I do like to at least document my experience and see what I thought initially. But I also don't want to be someone who's judging whiskey mainly on the first neck pour. That's not the case. I definitely try to drink all the whiskey and then give it a good opinion. Like the Maker's Cask Strength I had many years ago. I don't even think I actually did a review video. But I drank that entire bottle and wish I could get it all the time. It's lovely. 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, not 4 days, 10 hours. Hey, Jim Morris, thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Glad to have you here. I'm glad to have all of you here. And again, before I forget, I'm not good at reminding people of things. I don't like asking for money. I want people to donate if they want to donate. Again, my info is there, but we're not doing much of that tonight. We are doing a donation for Wheels. Again, it should be at the top. Pin comment, click link, and help him get back on his wheels, so to speak. The higher proof whiskey, the benefits from a few drops of water, just personal product. Yes, exactly. That's usually what I do if I'm doing anything like this. I know I did that with something recently. It must have been a stream. What was it? It was a high proof something. I had it on stream last week. Oh, the Old Scout. No. Old Forester. I had some Old Forester stuff, and that stuff had a pretty high proof. As I don't like to say, I have bottles over here. They're empty. I actually put those away. I did. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's an Elijah Craig C920. I think I put some water in that. But there was also the one that was donated to me, which I can't remember the name of. Old Forester. I can't remember the name. Oof. Old Forester. And that was pretty high proof, so I added some water. It was like 6 drops, and that toned it down to a more enjoyable level. It was good whiskey. Like straight up, it was like, oh, this is good. But yeah, adding a few drops of water made it a little more pleasant, a little more, so I can enjoy it rather than fight it. And that's often the case. The problem I have with peated scotches sometimes is the first initial sip. It's just, whoa, peat. But after that, you can sip it a little more easily. But the first one is a kick in the face, so to speak. Yeah. Ma, do not buy Flaviar. Don't do that. I don't think you're gonna, but just in case. Lady next door is being noisy again. Well, I got more of a caramel note from number B, as some people say on whiskey channels. Okay, good. Yeah, it's butterscotch. What the heck? And this is the wheel horse. Something has butterscotch. It's been open for a little while. I'm not capping these. But I will show off again that I did get a cap recently from this small other YouTube channel I've heard about, WhiskeyTube channel. I don't know how popular they are, but you know. And it does fit right on the Glencairn. I thought, well, I probably could. I don't know if I want to, but yeah. Nice little shield. I feel like I could push it down, but I also feel like if I did that, I'd break the damn glass. So we don't want to do that. And as I said at the start, this is the first wooden one I have. I don't have a Glencairn topper that is made of wood until now. Well, that's pretty neat. I'm sure you can buy those from them probably, if you want. This is lovely. The birds. Everyone's here for the birds, I can tell. Mm. Oh. Wild turkey got a little more oaky. That's fun. I mean, it's kind of oaky to begin with, but usually it's just pretty sweet at the start. And one of the things I've found is sometimes you should drink water in between. Sometimes don't. Because I know on the Whiskey Tribe, Whiskey Vault channel, when you watch Rex and Daniel do reviews, you have to keep in mind that they're actually doing batch shooting. So they're doing, 5, 6, 7 bottles at a time, depending. And yes, they're sometimes washing their mouth out in between, but sometimes they aren't. So they just go from one to the next. And it may change things a little, but it makes the experience more interesting, I think. Ever hear of Southern Distiller Company in Statesville, North Carolina? No. Stopped by there on my way back to Pennsylvania, PA. That doesn't sound right. Philadelphia? I was never good at naming states. Went by that. Picked up a bottle of their Southern Straight Single Barrel High Rye Straight Bourbon. Sounds intriguing. Single barrels are always a trip. Pennsylvania. I think I got it right the first time. I probably didn't. I've forgotten already what I said. Whew. What was the proof of it? This is Old Scout, by the way. I should say that more often. Or I should get stickers or something, but I don't. Hopefully, well, no, you can't. I can tell what the glasses are. You can't, but this one says Andalusia on it. If you're ever in Texas and want to visit one of my favorite distilleries that I went to, Andalusia was up there. There were quite a few that were good, but Andalusia has a very specific feel to it. It's very comfortable. Leather couches and chairs and a library. I think they had some games. We weren't there very long. 90 proof. Okay. I'm going to show the thing. There we go. 90 proof. Man, one of the good things about doing this, doing a stream / engaging with the viewers, like I didn't really notice that minty eucalyptus note until it was mentioned in the chat. And now it's definitely there. I noticed it every time. It's actually doing that cooling kind of thing when you have, again, I've said this, but I use a mint eucalyptus mouthwash. And it often leaves a kind of cooling sensation after the fact. So now that's usually what my brain equates it to now. All right, going back to number 2 or number B, and that is the methanol. Yes, something like that, I think, I assume. going back to the wheel horse. And again, what we do near the end is we just mix them all together for fun, because it is fun. And then we will, I will hop over to Trev's channel, who goes live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about the time I end my stream. So if you want to do that, he's got a few subscribers too. So I always like to send people his way, because he needs the subs. He does. He has he's got more than 1,000, so he's fine. What I would like to do someday, but I feel like it's cheating. That's the other thing, is have big name, thousands and thousands of subscriber whiskey tubers do a thing where it's like, hey, we're going to boost someone else's channel and just get them 1,000 subscribers. Like in numerous streams. They'd all do different streams and they'd all be like, go check this channel out. Subscribe. Get them to 1,000. Like boosting. It's like cheating, but it's not. It's boosting. The freaking 1,000 subs, man. South Carolina. Is that because of the ADHD whiskey thing? Maybe. Because I'll go to 8:30. No, I won't. I will not. Again, 2 hours is pretty much my limit, even on other people's streams. I think I went for 3 hours on Hot Butter Rolls' stream, but he goes on for a while. Networking, aka depends on who you know. And I do know a lot of whiskey tube channels, but they kind of know me. Again, I think I was KIllco for a while, but now I'm KIllco Whiskey Musings. So, and again, I don't know how, there are, I am aware that there are certain ways to get more subscribers, but I don't want to do that because it feels kind of manipulative. Like if I started doing more videos with clickbaity titles, or, this popular one for Reddit, what was it? You only need 5 whiskeys. You don't only need 5 whiskeys. Look how many whiskeys I have right here. I mean, 5 would work, but me trying to pick out 5 specifically, I can think of 2 offhand, and that's just Wild Turkey and Redbreast 12. But those are the first ones that come to mind because I like those. I can't even say Cask Strength because that's too expensive for just 5. And I could do other ones. The 5 bourbons for under $40 or $30 or something like that. That's pretty popular, I hear. Or I could do like a Worth It one, because there's a YouTube channel out there called Worth It, but I could say Worth It Whiskey, and then I could like copyright that. No, I can't. But Worth It Whiskey is a clickbaity title, and then I could just be talking about a whiskey and is it worth it? And for a lot of them, I would probably say yes or no. Like Rare Breed specifically, I could say, yes, it's worth the price. It's probably $50 for most people. It is worth it. It is delicious. E.H. Taylor over here, the small batch anyway. I'm not sure exactly how much that is. I know it's probably around $50 or more. I would like to say it's worth it, but I don't know. Like once we get to $50, man, that's where I stop. Like $40, I stop. I don't want to pay more than that for anything because I can't usually. Met the owner after I came out from the distillery. Nice guy. BS for a while in the parking lot. He noticed my PA license plate. Oh, like, what the heck are you doing here? Unique KIllco list, like 5 best bourbons to drink while watching Star Trek. That's simply floating in the air right now between, I think it could be between a lot of people, but the initial people I was talking to about it on someone else's stream, I might add. So it was Whiskey Mountains, Scotch Down Under, and I just started chit-chatting about Star Trek and whiskey, and it may be something at some point, but I am not the type of person to get things done, to say the least. It takes me a while to do anything. One of the recent things that's been mulling over in my mind is with these streams, with saying like Friday Drinkstream. I keep realizing I should change the initial picture because it's just a photograph of the Newport Bridge. It has nothing to do with whiskey. And I know I should get some kind of standard, graphic design-y thing, which I studied for graphic design. I should be able to do it. I know how to use Photoshop. I could do it. but I can't think of anything really good. Like I could do something with text and little frilly things on the side and make weird kind of, hobbity looking screen thing, or I could even do a Star Trek kind of theme. But again, I can't think of anything good for just Friday Drinkstream. Yeah. Tim Morris, yes. And if you're these two guys, for the Blog Brothers channel, they have Nerd Fighters. That's a thing, and they do this. Where it's like, I can't do it very well with my left hand, but, Jim Beam, beam me up. Or I could do Scotty's Favorites. Do all scotches. I'd be lying because I have no idea what he liked. I know he had one of the ones I saw recently when he was on The Next Generation. He was like Andorian whiskey, and it was green for some reason. Ken's been working on the stuff for it. We just need to decide a time and date for the first show. Yes, I know. He's got a whole little thing on his Discord. And he has a Patreon too. That's the one thing that kind of made me go, oh, I could have a Patreon. I don't know what I'd do with it because I can't offer anything. You have to have money to do that. I do not have money. But I know he has one. And I don't know how many subscribers he has, but there's always that thing in my head where it's like you can't have a Patreon until you have 1,000 subs. I mean, who's going to subscribe to your Patreon? Why would they subscribe to your Patreon? Well, to keep the channel going, clearly, and helping me get food and gas, and not technically lodging, because thankfully I can pay for that with my disability every month. But everything else, my parents definitely help me out with. Not gonna lie. Like my car, which I'm gonna have to bring in on Tuesday to figure out what the heck's leaking out of it. Again, I hope it's just windshield wiper fluid, but I have no idea. I think it was, it's either, I did a review of not a review, but I looked at, under the hood. And the things that are on the side that are leaking are windshield wiper fluid or brake fluid. You can guess which of those two I want it to be. I want it to be the windshield wiper fluid. I can handle a leaky windshield wiper fluid. Leaky brake fluid, that's not good. Brake's not working suddenly, very bad, not good. Hopefully it's not that. Whoa. Making sure I'm reading things. Beat me up, Scotchy. I mean, I can see someone doing that. I've wanted to do something like that just for lulz, pretty much. Or, what was it? I feel like Rex and Daniel did something, or someone did something like Will It Blend, or something like that. And it's just mixing stuff together and seeing what happens. Like, I can only imagine what will happen if you mix Lafroig with an Irish whiskey. Blah. I imagine you would not taste Irish whiskey anymore. Or Lafroig with a high-proof bourbon or something like that. It'd be absolute madness. Will it blend? Probably not. I know I did a play on words for one of my streams, Will It Be Any Good? And it was me sampling some Will It Rye, I think. Boo. Oh, man, 3 weeks. Good Lord. That's true. It didn't look bluish. That's the thing. And I only noticed it today. And, of course, that was when I had to go somewhere. So, like, oh, I see leaking under my car. I still have something to do. What I will do is I'll try to remember that on... Well, maybe I should do it tomorrow because it's getting cooler tonight. It's already starting to get dark. And I don't want to go outside. I don't even know if it's leaking still. I assume it is. But I am having it looked at on Tuesday. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Taste it. That seems like a bad idea. Yeah. The bourbon's not going anywhere. Charles, have a good weekend. See you soon. Hope you'll come back. Thank you for subscribing and being here. Always glad to see new names. Whoa. Taste it. And we're just going back and forth now. You know, I just realized, I think, and that's going to be my brain just playing tricks on me, but since I've had the window open for like over an hour, I think the glasses are actually cooling a little bit. Like they feel cold to the touch. Not really cold, but cool. They feel cool to the touch. So I don't know if the air from the outside is making them just a little chilly. That'd be kind of funny because that would make the whiskey taste slightly different. But we'll see. Oh my gosh. I was wondering what we were talking about. I'm like, did you have the plague? I thought you just got your shot. What happened? Oh, that's no fun. Yeah. That was my initial. That's one of the things. Oh, I hope you recover soon. Immediately, it's like, what happened? What's going on? Neck pores. No, I think you should not judge a bottle after the first pour. I review whiskeys for my first experience with them, like my first impressions on the first pour. But I would never say, judge a bottle on the first pour. No. I don't know if the first pour is extremely different, but I do like the idea of a bottle opening up. And there is simply the fact that if there's more air in the bottle, there's more oxidation. Stuff does happen. Exactly what? And I didn't really think neck pours were a thing for a while, but I realized, well, the first pour of things is going to be a little different, probably. And it does change the whiskey. Like, that's one of the funny things about even some of the bottles I have here, especially some of the ones I don't particularly like. I've tried them again thinking, maybe it's not as bad, but even with a little time and open air, it didn't improve. And I'm talking about specifically scotches over there that I didn't like that much. They were not my friend. And there is a video, a stream I did about that months ago, probably last year, where I, on purpose, tried some scotches I didn't prefer. And honestly, I've started to think I should give out samples because of those ones, I don't like them. Like maybe someone else would like them, I do not. And I'm talking specifically about Macallan 12 and Dalmore 12. Some of the big names too. You figure you would like them. It's nope, not at all. And I did try them again. It's not like I didn't try. I'll try them again and again. And I'm certainly keen on different types of Macallans or different types of Dalmore. But for whatever reason, those two I'm not a fan. It's fine. Whatever. I'm actually starting to get cold. I'm getting goosebumps. Let's see how cold it is out right now. It's 48 degrees Fahrenheit. That would do it. That's a bit of a chill. But I don't want to get up. And I could fall over if I try to close the window. So I'll just be cold just for you. Just for you. All of you. I will suffer just for you for the next 30 minutes-ish. Then I will definitely close the window. Plus, I do like the fresh air, and it's not that bad. It's improving my whiskey experience, I hope. Oh, man, I bet barn door. That's always an interesting thing. I'm fine. Shouldn't have done that. Excuse me. Faking a cough immediately makes me cough, apparently. It's still butterscotch here. Whoa. That's nuts. It's not nuts. It's butterscotch, but that's what I mean. It's a surprise. I don't remember getting butterscotch on the wheel horse before. But since I'm just letting him sit here, it's an interesting experience. Do we want to add water? Raise your hand if we want to add water. Yeah, what do you know? We're going to add water. Not like that. I will start with 2 drops of water. Also, since this is in the back of my head, has anyone watched not the Winter Soldier, has anyone watched The Falcon and The Winter Soldier today. I did. And I am angry because they always end on a cliffhanger. I'll say that much. And a lot of things happened in that episode today, if you watched that at all. And it makes me just want Fridays a little more. I'm putting 2 drops of water in each of these, just to see what happens. Might do something, might do nothing at all. We shall see. Since it was broached earlier today. No swirly swirl, because that's what you have to do for some reason. Another swirly swirl. One more. All right. Huh. This is the wild turkey. What's funny, I'm not sure if I've ever had the regular wild turkey, like their lower proof version. I might have had it once, and I didn't particularly like it. But that's kind of what you're doing when you're watering down Wild Turkey 101. You're just making it their base wild turkey. I'm not sure what the proof of that is. I want to say 45, but it could be lower. I don't know. Behind her eyes. I'll keep that in mind. And by keep that in mind, I will put it right here and look at it later. I've been watching Star Trek stuff for the past year. Over and over again, I might add. I have been watching, in order, I've been watching The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and then Voyager. Over and over, all of them. All of them. Sometimes I fast forward, sometimes I skip. I'll admit it. But then again, I've watched all of them many times. And I do have specific episodes I enjoy. Like, what's one that comes to mind? Certain ones with Data, especially, I like. And Geordi, and the Deep Space Nine stuff, I tend to like. Who do I like in that one? Cisco, always. Odo. Odo and Quark are pretty funny. Quark, not so much, because some of the Ferengi episodes are bizarre. Ferengis are interesting, we'll just say. And sometimes their stories are a bit comical, we'll say. Darmok. O'Brien, definitely. He has actually quite a few episodes of stuff. I just watched some recently. Darmok and was it Jalad at Tanagra? That's what I want to say. And what was the other one? Darmok when the walls fell? I think. If I start saying stuff like that and people have no idea what I'm referencing, it means very strange. Especially with, like, initially, I can even remember initially watching that episode and being like, what the heck are these guys saying? And then you realize they are the ones who invented memes. They speak through memes. They speak in memes. If you think about it, it's true. What's one I can think of? I can't think of any memes offhand. I have to actually see them. But if people start speaking in memes, I'm going to be very concerned for the future. That was at Tanagra. I don't remember. It's been a while. Nailed it. Oh, yeah. Some of those episodes were amazing. Whoa, everything jumped. Card playing a guitar and rocking out in that Darmok phase. Nice. That's funny. Whoop. That's pretty good. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Also, welcome, Llama Man, if I didn't see you before. Hi. Sometimes I miss people. Yeah, white translation is not good enough. Transliteration is not good enough for translation. Yes. Because I think what's the reference point they used in that? It's like Romeo and Juliet. I can say Romeo and Juliet, and most of you have a general idea of that story because a lot of us heard about it or saw the theatrical performance, something like that. But if you say that to someone, I don't even know where to pick. Let's say somewhere not America and somewhere not strictly European even, you know, they might not have any idea. Like if there are people who live on an island completely secluded from the rest of the world and you were like, Yes, Romeo and Juliet. They would have no idea what you're saying and have no idea what that means. Yes. Darmok, his arms open, or Jalad, his arms open, or something. The idea is when he says Darmok, he's talking about himself, but he's also talking about a character from something. The whole thing was these two guys got stuck on an island, and there was a monster there, and they fought the monster, and one of them died, and it was sad. That's the general story. Idioms don't translate, yes. I thought so, Jim Morrison, but I don't like correcting people. I don't want to be like, no, you're wrong, you know. Again, it's easy to misremember things. I certainly do misremember things, but for whatever reason, the next generation and stuff like that, that's stuck in there pretty well because I basically grew up on that stuff. What is a favorite next generation movie? I would probably say First Contact too. But I haven't watched the movies in a while. I should probably watch them again. I think I watched one of them. It's the one where, was it First Contact? First Contact is good if it's the one I'm thinking of. But anything with the Borg is always amazing, you know? So, the Borg, aka robotic zombies that aren't zombies. Chaka when the walls fell, yes. Do it. I mean, it's on Netflix, I think. Or CBS or something like that. I don't know who has the rights anymore, but I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix because that's what I've been watching it on. Another episode that I really enjoy that I'll watch pretty much through every time is the one where they come across that, what is it? It's like a satellite. And it hits Picard in the head and knocks him out. And then he lives an entire lifetime within the matter of a few minutes and plays a flute and everything. The flute especially is important. And I'm trying to remember the song. I don't remember the song, but it was a very good song just to have him play it. That is an incredible episode. I mean, imagine you lived a whole lifetime in a matter of minutes. That would be disorienting, to say the least. The very least. Ooh. I got fruit notes on the smooth ambler after adding water and letting it sit here for 5 minutes. I'm trying to talk about whiskey, but I will always talk about Star Trek as well. Wheel horse. Smells a little musty now. It's bizarre. Oh no. Well, I guess that's more of the reason for me to binge watch Netflix stuff as while I can. I do think, I want to say I have CBS, but my parents do. And I think that's mainly so I could watch Picard early on. And I'm looking forward to the second season of that, we'll say. And if you haven't seen The Thing, the spoilers, not spoilers, the... Uh-oh, there's trouble. The wags. I'm a Star Trek nerd. I say live long and prosper at the end of every single video. You didn't know this? No. I am staying on until 8, as usual. I don't want to change anything just because someone else changed something. And because I can pretty much last for 2 hours streaming and then I start to burn out. And more importantly, this will give me half an hour to prep, make some food probably, wind down, and then get on Drinkstream. So we'll see. I don't plan on it. Granted, I have been going on for an hour and 40 minutes now, and I only started drinking an hour or 40 minutes ago, but still. And also, I'll tell you, Stanley Wagner, but you know, the pinned comment, I want to say it's up there. I have no idea if it actually is for Wheels, donating to his GoFundMe so Wheels can get his wheels on. Jacob Enriquez, welcome. Xenophobes were data lies. Xenophobes were data lies. Xenophobes. Oh, that one. Yes. I was like, what? Yes. The non-corporeal beings where they found their planet by accident and they went through a wormhole and Data. It's not that Data lied. It's Data was given a command by Picard to tell no one. That was his thing. He could not tell anyone. He was under orders not to tell anyone. So kind of he had to lie, yes. And that confused everyone because Data is not one to lie. It's madness. That was wonderful. Oh man, it's so good. I mean, one of the main things is the effects are crazy, of course. Much better than they used to be. But it's a good story. I definitely look forward to watching them every single week when they were coming out. But also, that was last year. I needed any kind of distraction last year, to say the very least. It's fun. It's worth the watch. I mean, with Data and Picard just being in it at all, it's wonderful. Whoop. Emmanuel in space. What are you talking about? Don't time Stanley out. Mother, don't listen to him. Don't do that. You do have a wrench, but you don't know how to use it, I think. 7 of 9 is in it, yes. That's also amazing. Anything with the Borg, as I said, is amazing. Yes, Stanley Wagner Jr., a.k.a. the Mash Bill. Go subscribe to his channel if you haven't. I assume everyone here has. I like to think when you have, 15 to 20 people here, most of them are subscribed to use and most of them are subscribed to me and very likely all the other whiskey tubers out there that they can handle, because there are a lot. I wouldn't say I'm pushing the GoFundMe. I'm more suggesting the GoFundMe. It's up there. Please do. And again, I was talking about how you can get in touch with other whiskey tubers that are much bigger than me, or not bigger. They have more subscribers. That's what I should say. I don't know how tall they are. So, but the Mash Drum, It's Bourbon Night, Trev Wilson, Hot Better Rolls, like anyone with more than 1,000 subscribers could probably get a hell of a lot more donations than I could. But I will always push for a good cause, and I will probably always push for myself because I have to. As like I said, do not have a job. But again, we are looking at getting some wheels tonight. Strange New World. Yes. The Expanse. Is that a show or an episode? I'm confused now. It sounds familiar, but then again, I've heard the word expanse before. Wild turkey smells different. Well, if nothing else, I found that these definitely change over time in positive ways. The Old Scout still smells a bit weird. But as far as the taste, all of them taste fine. Wild Turkey 1, I'm still leaning towards heavily because it's my favorite. But as I said, with the Wheel Horse and the Old Scout, they may not smell something like something you'd want, but they taste great. Or I enjoy the taste. There we go. Yes, I say bourbon. Tomato, bourbon, tomato, tomato. Tacos. I want tacos now. All right, we're going to mix these all together now. There is no favorite here. There's just little changes. Like the Wild Turkey 101 smells more oaky now. The Wheel Horse, it smells a little musty. Funny enough. Or maybe that's just the smell I don't like is a little more prominent, and that was kind of this weird. The best way I can describe it now, of course, I think it's like this weird rubber cement or glue kind of thing. That's pretty fresh in my mind because I had to use some woodworkers glue recently for reasons I could describe it another time. Stanley Wagner Jr., I did not. I was looking over stuff at the store nearby and nothing really jumped out to me. I did happen to take my parents out for lunch. Yesterday? As a surprise. They had no idea I was going to pay for it. My mom will attest for that. I'm not just saying that. Expanse, huh? I'll have to look it up. Wheels anytime. I think I tried to. I think I shared the link for you GoFundMe on my Facebook page. What, like last year when I first saw it? Because got to get your wheels some wheels, you know. American Prime, Amazon Prime Sci-Fi. All right, I'll look into it. I know my father has Amazon Prime / I have Amazon Prime. My mustache, yes. Yes, shocked in a good way. Yes, yes. Probably the only time I'll be able to do that for a very long time. But you know, Stanley Wag stops for thanking by. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you on the other YouTube channel later, in all likelihood. I'll be mildly distracted as I always am, but I was going to talk about this. Hold on. Good to see you in the chats. The old scout got a little fruity. So they all changed in different ways, not always for the best. Still, it's interesting. The joys of doing whiskey stuffs. And now we mix them all together haphazardly. And the ounce amount is who knows. I have no idea what the proportions are, and I did water them down. That changes everything. This is wild turkey, and it's not much. All the whiskey into the glass. And there you go. So that's about a regular size pour there, give or take. Maybe a little more. Let it stew, simmer, spin. I would say, I think there was more of the old scout, so that's what I'm smelling most of. But it's muted slightly. Yes, that is a pretty hard rye mix now, isn't it? A blend. Yes, blend, as the professionals say. I'm not a professional. Whoops, I just opened the program. I didn't mean to. Hello. Don't do that. Okay. I was wondering what was going on with Discord. I'm like, why is it blinking at me? Because Wheel sent me the link, which I already have. The funny thing is, it doesn't smell that rye-ish. It smells tasty. Like, comment, and subscribe. I have to say that every now and then. I forget to say that a lot. I did have, with OBS, I had like a subscribe button sitting up here somewhere. I don't know if that helps. I assume it doesn't. But yes, the YouTube overlords demand your thumbs. I'm sorry, it's not me. It's just them telling me to tell you that they demand your thumbs. Yes. I have to keep that in mind for whenever I glance up at the live counter and see near 20 people in here. I should probably say it then, but I didn't because I'm very good at this job. Whoa. I got a chocolate note. I mean, it's spicy. I don't know if it's minty or not. It got kind of chocolatey. That's unexpected. Ben, welcome. I don't know how to say your last name. Toblin? Ben T. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Ohio gozaimasu, as some will say. I don't know why I decided to switch to Japanese there, but I did. Now I'm trying to think, where the heck is it morning? Australia. So if you're in Australia, I only know that because Scotch Down Under was here earlier, and he said it was 6:30 in the morning. Ah. Well, thank you. I like to. Well, I don't like mispronouncing people's last name, but I always feel like I have to at least take a shot at it. And I say that as someone who always has their last name mispronounced. So. Ben, feel for him to come back as your alter ego. There you go. bourbon. Thought so. I didn't think so. But good to see you. We have been having some interesting whiskeys. You just missed Stanley. He was here a few minutes ago. 5 minutes ago, actually. Oh, that went by quick. Ooh. I need to try that again. That was weird. So we blended some whiskeys together, and we did a sample flight of Wild Turkey 101, Wheel Horse, which is the one I reviewed on Wednesday. The video I released on Wednesday. I technically reviewed it on Tuesday. And then we had Old Scout, which is a Smooth Ambler Old Scout, comparing. There you go. Naps are great. I was out for most of the day. I think when did I wake up? I went to sleep at around 4 in the morning, not by choice. It was just, that's how I'm awake really late for some reason, or really early, depending on how you want to look at it. And then I woke up around 1 p.m. and realized I had things to do, sort of. Took a shower, went to get some coffee. Noticed that my car was leaking, that kind of thing. It's been a day. I have a hangnail. Why? Ugh. I will not pretend to know what SAOS is. I know what ROUSs are. Smooth Ambler Old Scout. Got it. I was like, I know he means something I'm drinking, but I don't. Oh. Ugh. I got it, love, man. I got it. Took, a solid minute, but I got it. Oh, this burn's going down. What the hell? And for any worried about the burning sensation, I did see my, what the heck are they called again? I want to say gastroenterologist, but I have no idea if that's true. I do see someone about it's not acid reflux, but I get a discomfort here sometimes from drinking, coffee and orange juice and stuff. I don't know exactly what's causing it. And it's not a huge problem. It's just there. But I did see them yesterday. Everything's fine. They often worry about my liver, but that's because of the medication I was taking many years ago, throwing my liver into disarray and also making me gain a lot of weight, believe it or not. Like, you can look at videos I made 2 or 3 years ago. I was significantly heavier. Not horribly heavier, just, slightly noticeable. I like to think no one watches those because, again, the original videos I made for this channel were only for me. I did it just so I could see what I thought of whiskey as I began down the whiskey road. I'm going to double check the time. But granted, I've been told by 2 people that Trev is going on at 8:30 tonight, which is throwing my whole plan off. It's not. It's true. 8:30 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. What the hell? I'll have to ask him about that. Oh, no. 10 best drinks for spring. That's a clickbaity title, isn't it? Name who posted that video. 10 best drinks for spring. Go. And don't actually check YouTube because it might tell you immediately. I'll give you 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. I'm actually watching a timer. A little more than 10 seconds, but this is easier. Ding, ding, ding. Would I mix all 3 again or leave one out? I would. I'm fairly certain the Smooth Ambler took over. And it's How to Drink, by the way. He did a video on 10 best drinks for spring, and I'm going to watch that later, probably. So I want to know. I need to know. It's clickbait. Sort of. It's a clickable title. I probably would not mix all 3 again because 2 of them are a little bizarre on the smell. I think the taste is fine. I still don't know why I got chocolate initially. That was a bit of a curveball since I didn't get anything like that before with any of them. And since we have about 5 minutes left, I will say once again, we are donating to the Wheels GoFundMe. It's up there. Pin comment. Do it. Any amount helps. Any amount, really. And I hope we will see that pop up on other WhizzkyTube channels. Hopefully. We will see. I know the Mash Bill will do it. And I'll do it again if I have to. Like, I will do it until you get there. And we'll see. I'll try to remember to do it on Sunday. Because oddly enough, Sunday seems to be a little more active. But actually tonight, we hit 19 viewers at one point, which is a little more than usual. Normally, Friday nights are about 10 to 15-ish. It varies. People get very distracted. And I am only mildly entertaining, as I like to say. Mildly entertaining. I'm super entertaining. I'm all over the place. It is now officially dark out. I will prove it by messing with the lighting again. Darkness. Hello, welcome to KIllco Whiskey Musings. I am miserable and like the dark. Yes. Wait. There's a strange taste. It's not terrible. It's strange. I think, James, I would try half and half of Wild Turkey and the other two. So I'd like to do Wild Turkey 101 and half of Wheel Horse. Just see what happens. Those are both 101 proof. So I'd be curious how they'd intermingle. Or Wild Turkey 101 and Old Scout, which is 99%. Just, see what happens. Altogether, the taste isn't horrible, but as I'm letting it sit, it's kind of flattening out a bit. But the initial sip of it was interesting. Chocolate notes and that kind of thing. I was very unexpected. But keep in mind, I also watered them all down a little. So I might have to try that again sometime without watering them down. And by water them down, I mean, 2 to 3 drops for each one. And that changed things just a little. Not a huge amount, but just enough. I like how there are already 8 people waiting in the Bourbon Wrenches channel. I don't think they're aware that it doesn't go live for half an hour. That's all right. I'll probably put myself in there as well and then go do other things. I have to have dinner. I have to watch the rest of a video because, as some of you may know, Whiskey Tribe Whiskey Vault stuff, and they put out a podcast for Patreons. And I only got 12 minutes into it, and it is a 44-minute long video. And also, Whiskey Tribe Whiskey Vault got their newest stills set up mostly today. So that's pretty exciting. But I will get a Patreon at some point, but I definitely don't have people clamoring about it. But I would like to have that kind of monthly support. I certainly like getting donations via stream, but one, that doesn't always happen. 2, sometimes we do donations like tonight. Again, up there if you don't know. I assume you do. And Patreon feels like a lot of work and a lot of pressure for some reason. I don't know why. I had something with a strong banana flavor. Jack Daniels has a bit of a strong banana note. I don't have any Jack Daniels, though. Oh. Just noticed something. Bourbon Baller, what's up? We're just about to end. We got Ma, don't worry. Banana. He knows I don't like banana. It's fine. Welcome, Bourbon Baller. We're just about to close out the stream. I got about 20 seconds left. Trev Wilson is going live in about half an hour. It used to be 8 o'clock. I don't know why he changed it. Reasons, I'm sure. No 99 bananas. Never. Never again. We're coming to a close. As always, thank you for showing up. I will be here on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll probably be promoting Wheels' GoFundMe. Again, it's right up there if you want to donate. We need to get Wheels some wheels. Thank you all for being here. I hope to see you again on Sunday. And as always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. Let's lunch it. Blah.